Today, Big Red's going to flatten the curve and destroy Captain Sensible. First, let's just revisit Captain Sensible's claims regarding globe Earth curvature. Bear with me. Take it away, Captain.
They're not going to, they don't accept the accuracy of things like the Verrazano Bridge, the towers, which are perpendicular but actually are further apart at the top than the bottom.
So our friend here, Captain Sensible, claims the Verrazano Bridge towers are not entirely plumb. They're not true all the way up. They're leaning back away from each other. And Captain Sensible says the reason for that is because of globe Earth curve. Never mind the fact that the water underneath the bridge will never show curvature, convexity upon its surface. He's ignoring that, but he's assuming, if that is true, of course, from an engineering point of view, he believes that's because of curve. I destroyed that by giving a side profile of a tower crane, showing the A-frame, which was a great way to highlight it, highlighting the fact that cranes without a load on in the neutral position lean back slightly. And a good example of seeing that would be in the cat head, in which I showed there. And of course I also went on to highlight the fact the reason it's done that and it's all calibrated is through the counterweight and the cat head, depending on what type of tower crane it is. But essentially I cited this image and destroyed Captain Sensible's argument. But rather than put his hand up and go fair dues, that's a valid point, cranes are leaning back. Obviously, if they were in the neutral position plumb all the way up before they took a load, they'd lean forward quicker and the lifting capacity of that said crane would be reduced dramatically. But rather than admit that, which most people would, this man doubled down and started to get all cartoons out and became a crane Wikipedia expert, citing this cartoon crane showing the vertical column, and then claiming a result off the back of a cartoon of a flat top tower crane, claiming he had a result because there's no A-frame on this crane, and therefore cranes aren't leaning back, they're totally plumb, and that my A-frame picture didn't count for squat. Wow, Captain Sensible. Not only did I destroy that with my previous video, but I'm absolutely going to annihilate it here. Yes, this is you having a moment of realization as Big Red enters our lives. This is Big Red, a 300-foot tall flat top crane. Captain Sensible cited a flat top crane. So what better type of crane to use to destroy not only the globe argument, the Verrazano Bridge argument, but also Captain Sensible himself? And it's as easy as this. Big Red has just built this very tall tower block building. Big Red is right next to the tower block it's just built. And if we look at the bottom of the gap between the tower of Big Red and the building, it's quite slim. But when we come further up the tower to Big Red, the gap widens between Big Red's tower and the building it's just built. Look. Oops. Why is that? Because Big Red is leaning back. It's not working today. It's in its neutral position. And it's actually trying to help you out because it's weather vaned with its block at the end of the jib, rather than the traditional position at the in close near the tower. The reason the Wolf cranes do that is you've got more weight on the end of the jib and it acts as a better lever point. Personally, I prefer a wind sail, but they like to do that. So it's actually in this instance helping the globe argument out because you've got a weight at the end of the jib. And the crane's still leaning back slightly away from the building, destroying the argument that the Verrazano Bridge towers were leaning away because of curve. No, they were leaning away slightly, if that is the case, to take the weight better, just like Big Red is here, the tower crane. No tower crane is plumb all the way up in the neutral position. Big Red's just showed you that in a very big industrial sized fashion, as I've highlighted the edge of the building Big Red's just built, which of course that building's going to be plumb, to the tower sections of Big Red right next to it. And lo and behold, Big Red is leaning back away from the tower. Now, is there a amount of curve between Big Red and the building it's just built? No. Big Red's leaning back that way because it's been calibrated that way through the counterweights to enable it to pick up more in front of it. I shouldn't have to explain this, but I got called a liar, a cheat, a fraud. People doubled down on the lies and then misrepresenting my claims. So Big Red has just flattened the Verrazano Bridge Tower pantomime as somehow proof of curve, has destroyed Captain Sensible, and annihilated the globe. So I thank you, Big Red, for destroying the clown army, the delusionists, the liars, the deceivers that represent the globe. If the tower was plumb all the way up, like the globe believers say it is, that would be true in the gap between the tower and the building. But lo and behold, just like I said, just like reality tells us, it's leaning back slightly. Oh, wonder why? So it can take a weight better in front of it. It's from engineering purposes, just like the bridge, just like the crane. We've destroyed Captain Sensible, the globe arguments regarding bridges, and the globe in general. Not difficult, another easy day, smashing the pantomime that is the globe. Have a good one.